The Trump campaign just released the new ad, and of course, he knocked it out of the park as usual.
This is the final battle. With you at my side, we will demolish the deep state. We will expel the warmongers from our government. We will drive out the globalists. We will cast out the communists, Marxists, and fascists. We will throw off the sick political class that hates our country. We will rout the fake news media, and we will liberate America from these villains once and for all.
Join me now is former Arizona gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake. Listen, his people put up some of the best ads you've ever seen, but you know what? He's a tough talking guy, and it's like America is needing that after this soft, dementia-ridden guy we've had for the last 2.5 years.
We needed President Trump when he came down the escalator in 2015 and started telling us the truth about what's going on. And now we need him more than ever to save America. And I think really get the world back on track, because Joe Biden is a nightmare. He's dangerous. He's destroying our country. And that ad, I mean, if that doesn't have you standing up going, yes, oh man, can we get you in office right now? I don't know what will. And he's the man for the moment. President Trump has already secured the border before. He ended NAFTA, brought us better trade deals, made our economy thrive, helped our families thrive, and he's done all of that while attacking the swamp. And we know he can get in there and do it again. And the swamp has gained up too much control right now. We need Trump to get in there and actually drain it.
And you know what else he just released? Something that's very, very popular right now. Let's play a soundbite of Trump talking about the death penalty for human traffickers. Listen.
I will urge Congress to ensure that anyone caught trafficking children across our border receives the death penalty immediately, and that includes also for women, because women, as you know, are number one in trafficking. Children are actually number two.
Kari, again,
Terrible.
he's hitting on all the things that Americans really care about, and it's resonating.
I just saw the movie Sound of Freedom, and if you haven't seen it, you got to get out there and see it. I don't know how anybody with a heart and soul could watch that movie and not say this is an issue we have to address and address now. And I was there when President Trump watched the movie. I think it deeply affected him as well. I think it's great. We need to hit the death penalty with these people. These people are depraved. And this isn't child sex trafficking. Children can't consent to sex. This is child torture and child rape traffickers. This is the most depraved behavior that they're pushing on these poor innocent children and women. I think the death penalty is absolute perfect justice for these people. And frankly, I think we need to extend it. And I know President Trump agrees to these drug traffickers as well. They're destroying lives. They're destroying so many hundreds of thousands of lives by pushing these dangerous drugs into our country and onto our people.
Such common sense, and yet so hard to find on the left that would agree. They'll probably light him up for these ideas, even though they're probably wildly popular among Americans on both sides of the aisle. Kari, if I may, you know, we're literally on indictment watch. I mean, it sounds horrible, but it could happen any minute, any day. Could happen on Monday. What do you think about it first, and then also I'll ask you what Trump's, you know, what his mentality is, his emotional answers to it are.
Oh, I think it's terrible. I think watching what they're putting President Trump through is a very big evidence that our federal government has completely gone rogue. They're turning on the people. It's being used politically to stop, you know, Joe Biden and the deep state's political opponent, President Trump. And we all know what it's about. He's done nothing. The real indictment should be going the other way towards Joe Biden, who we have proof now has taken payments and bribes from the CCP, Burisma, Ukraine. It's outrageous. He doesn't care about the American people, yet the indictments are not going toward him. They're going toward President Trump, who's an innocent man. Joe Biden and his son should be indicted. That's who they should be looking at, charging criminally, and the people who are allowing for this wide open border that's destroying our country. I talked to President Trump a couple days ago about this. He's in very good spirits for all he's going through. His fight is still there. He's determined to fight this and determined that he will come out not only victorious, but the proof will come out that he is an innocent man. They are going after him because they are afraid of him. The swamp is afraid of President Trump because he's going to go in there and expose all of their criminal activity and really put an end to this corrupt system.
It's amazing. So Hunter Biden broke the law with prostitutes, broke the law with cocaine, broke the law by evading taxes, may have broken the law by selling access to his vice president father at the time. And that thing takes years, 4, 5, 6 years for them to figure out, and then he gets a slap on the wrist. With Trump, they have some document things, they have some issues, and they're going to rush it through prior to the election. Obviously, two-tier justice system.
Totally, absolutely. And every time we see one of these indictments come down, we end up watching as the whole thing kind of falls apart, just like the document case. It's just all fallen apart. And now we're going to watch this next one fall apart, and the one out of Georgia will fall apart. That's not necessarily what it's about. It's about continuing to throw these things out, hoping that it will get into the American people's minds and they'll say, well, let's try somebody different. And it gives the fake news media something to cover so that they don't have to cover what's going on with the Bidens, which is a crime family who've turned their back and sold out America. The news doesn't want to have to cover the real stories and the real crimes that are happening, so it gives them something to cover rather than that.
Kari, very quickly, any vice president watch info?
You know what? I keep hearing all those rumors, and this isn't even the time to look at that. I'm on a mission. As you know, I'm working with my election cases here in Arizona because I want to make sure 24 is solid and secure. And also, I'm seriously considering a run for U.S. Senate here in Arizona to get our Senate seat back into the hands of someone who will work for we the people rather than these folks who will go back and only work for the radical Marxists and the establishment class.
Good for you. Good for you. That sounds perfect. Perfect. Again, Kari Lake, always good having you on. My audience adores you. Have a very, very good weekend. Talk to you again soon.
Thank you. And Eric, thank you for all you do. And thanks to Newsmax for just keeping it real, keeping it honest. We are so blessed to have you. Thank you.
Indeed. Thank you. Thank you. All right, coming up.